For you, 20 games up, got a couple of goals in the NHL. It was I don't want to put words into your mouth, but did you get what you wanted out of this season?
Yeah, most definitely. There's still work to be done. Obviously, playoffs are coming up, and that's a huge part of the year, and some would say the most important part of the year. But during my time up, I'm very fortunate to have a lot of help from my teammates up there and the coaches and staff, everybody, and big thanks to Barry and Scooter for giving me the opportunity to go up and play and let me play my game up there.
Yeah. So you go up, and now you're back for the playoffs, and like you said, this is. Is it the most exciting time of the year?
Yeah, it's 100% the most exciting time of the year. Anytime you get involved in playoffs is always fun, and we're very fortunate to be in a good position going in with a first place. But at the end of the day, it's playoffs. All that goes away, and it's just one-on-one, one team against another, and it's may the best man win.
Have you ever experienced a season like this? I mean, you've played pro hockey for a while now, but the players coming and going. If Vinny Hinestroza, you were playing with him a lot at the beginning of the season. He gets called up, then claimed on waiver. Like the movement this season, specifically December, January, it's unheard of, at least around Milwaukee. How about for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some movement, but this might be the most movement I've ever seen. I give a lot of credit to the guys here in Milwaukee, everyone, just all the players and the coaches and everyone. They stepped up. When I was gone and a couple other guys were gone, the team stepped up and went on a huge run at the end of the season to help us secure first place. And there's a lot of movement throughout the whole entire year, and I think that just it gives a lot of credit to our guys here that just they're willing to put in the work and everyone stays ready.
I'm interested when you go up, and obviously anything can happen, but do you have one foot in the water here? Can you allow yourself to have an eye on what's going on in Milwaukee as opposed to being fully invested in Nashville and trying to stay?
Yeah, I mean, for me, when I was there, obviously, I'd say I got 2 feet in with Nashville. I'm putting my all in every single day in practicing games and just giving my full effort. But that doesn't mean I'm not keeping up with the guys here and watching their games and keeping up with them, making sure they're doing well. But when I'm down here, I got 2 feet in here. When I'm up there with Nashville, I got 2 feet in with them.
So having 2 feet in here, coming back was pretty easy to do for you after the 20 games up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things. You're very thankful for the opportunity there, and I'm very fortunate for the opportunity that I was given. And obviously, anytime you get to play in the NHL, it's a privilege. And but when you come down here, we got work to do, and that's to win a championship.
So what does it mean for you to be here, and how important is this playoff run for players? Obviously, you want to win a championship. That's all great, but is there anything beyond that other than being? We did this together, and we can be labeled winners for the rest of our lives.
Yeah,
which is pretty heavy.
Yeah, that is heavy. There was a saying that when I think it was Bob Motzko said it to us during my World Junior time, that champions walk together forever, and that's a true saying, and that's something that I know the guys in this locker room, the coaching staff, everyone in this organization wants to say when it comes down to the end of June or whenever it is. I know that the main goal here is to win a championship, but for guys on a personal level, I know every single guy in here with having your championship on your rap sheet is always important.
Rockford is saying the same thing. Abbotsford is saying the same thing. There's 15 other teams right now saying the exact same thing that you are. So how do you get there?
We play our game. We go in there, the same game that we played the whole entire season, just elevate a little bit. Every single guy, every single player, team, during the playoffs, you see it in the NHL. They elevate their game to a new level, and I think that's something you really have to focus on. You still stick to your systems, you still stick to your game, but each player is going to elevate their game to a higher level and just play the game that got you there.
So as a player who has gone through this a bit in the past and has the experience that you have as a professional athlete, are you there to counsel young players who may not have gone through this?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of those things you just, for me on that kind of role, I would say I like to watch and I like to just show with my play. And, if I'm going out there, I want to make sure guys see that I'm giving 110% effort every single night and giving my effort on the offense, defense, every part of the game. And I think, if I can show them that effort, that hopefully they'll, learn from that. And then if they ever need help with anything, I'm obviously there for them.
When you play Rockford, you've said the Admirals and Rockford played 10 times this season. No secrets whatsoever out there, right?
No, not at all. We know each other's games. We know the guys that they have. They know the guys that we have. And, it's just going to come down to a matter of who plays better and, plays their systems better and who's willing to go that extra mile.